At its June 15th meeting, the Delaware River Basin Commission heard from environmental groups, residents, and public officials on the request to hold 7 public hearings on the PennEast Pipeline Project. The DRBC has already agreed to hold hearings separately from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. DRBC Executive Director Steve Tambini addressed the PennEast hearing question before beginning the public comment session.
But let me also say that I know that many people are going to speak today about PennEast, and some of the themes that are going to happen are going to be, you're going to ask questions about the number of hearings. We've heard over and over again, many times, about 7 hearings, and we've heard that over and over, and as I've said before, certainly the commissioners are considering that. Where the hearings are going to be held, other details, everyone wants to know. Well, I can tell you that we're not prepared to answer those questions right now. We have considerable work to do to plan and implement the public comment process in a safe, secure, and orderly manner, and that's going to take some time. So when you offer your questions today and you don't get answers, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I don't have the answers. And the best way to get the answers is what I talked about before. Sign up for the interested persons list, and you'll get information when it's available from the Commission.
Today, we're here to press upon you that the communities in the path of PennEast's proposal require 7 hearings set throughout the length of the proposed pipeline to provide fair and equitable access and ample time for all to speak. We are very concerned that PennEast's application suggests that the Commission's review will be very limited. They may not understand, but we know that you must evaluate the cumulative impacts of PennEast, considering the additional impacts of all the other pipelines that want to slash through this region. A truly comprehensive analysis of what all gas infrastructure would do to the Delaware River watershed and its irreplaceable resources. We who rely on the management, your management of the basin's water resources to provide us with clean drinking water and a healthy river are counting on you, the members of the Commission, to insist that the DRBC assess the complete range of environmental effects and the economic and public interest ramifications of your decision. Of all the agencies charged with reviewing this project, this Commission is in the authoritative position of analyzing this project from a watershed perspective, looking at how PE and the other gas infrastructure projects will impact the river watershed. As President John Kennedy said when he signed the compact that founded the Delaware River Basin Commission in 1967, this bold venture will not be easy to achieve. He foresaw the daunting challenges of watershed-based decision-making that has the protection and public interest at its center. In today's world of rubber stamp agencies, industry influence, and callous disregard for the values of the natural world, we're counting on President Kennedy to remind you that, laid out more than 50 years ago, this boldness has brought our watershed back from the oblivion of the years when the river was a lifeless, toxic sewer to health and the treasure it is today. And staying true to the watershed approach is your essential duty, mandating comprehensive assessment of PE and all pipeline infrastructure to serve the public's right to clean water.
I'm a single mother of 3 kids, and the pipeline proposes to destroy my farm, take away my farmland assessment, farm income. When I asked the PennEast Pipeline why they were going through my property, they said to avoid wetlands issues. The New Jersey DEP shows that I'm an oasis of wetlands issues. I have a C1 stream, a spring-fed pond. This pipeline could put arsenic in my water, not just my water, the aquifer that supplies water to Stockton, Delaware Township, Surgeonsville, Rosemont. This would be a Flint, Michigan scenario if that happened. I would be left with farm animals that have to permanently find homes for. They would no longer be able to be at my farm. I wouldn't have a farm. My children and I would have to move. So I hope that you will have these hearings and let people like me speak and be heard, because the profound effect on our lives needs to be recognized. Thank you.
Thank you.
In Philadelphia, we are especially concerned about the potential of the industry to contaminate the watershed where the city gets its water. We need the DRBC to stand up for residents up and down the river who need clean water and air to live and have a right to have their communities and land ownership respected. FERC cannot be trusted to consider the cost of the pipelines to the health and welfare of the residents that the pipelines pass through. The people who will bear the impacts of the pipeline should have the opportunity to have a voice in the decision-making process. Scheduling more meetings will give more people the chance to speak and be heard.
Thank you.
We live on a farm. We grow totally pesticide-free fruits and vegetables. My husband hunts for wild game so that I can have unadulterated, no hormones, no antibiotics in the meat so that I can actually eat. PennEast Pipeline would destroy all of that. It would take half of our woodlot, the happy hunting grounds. It would take all of our fruit trees. It would basically destroy our food source. It would poison our well with arsenic. We know there's arsenic-rich bedrock that they'll be blasting through. We already have the arsenic in our water. And also by taking down all those trees, the runoff is going to increase. And now it's going to be an increased runoff with arsenic in it. And our property drains into the Wichita-Chiokee, which drains into the DNR Canal, which drains into the Delaware River. So by just what they're doing on our property alone, the arsenic and all the toxins from the pipeline itself are going to end up in the Delaware River. So I would like to ask you to please do everything you can to protect our water. Not just myself and all the people I know along the route are relying on you, but millions of people are relying on you for their drinking water.